What's going on, guys? Welcome to the Final Fantasy Brave Exvius video. And today we're going to be talking about the new Halloween New Vision Awakened units. Well, I guess they're kind of new, right? One of them is really new, and one of them is even more new. And there's some stuff going on with those. So there's those two, and we have those to talk about. So in this video, I'll be going over all their strengths and weaknesses, and even talking about their futures in this game. So, yeah, let's get into it. So let's get into Lucius first, and well, let's go into the positives first. He has some flat attack boosts, and also has some mod boosts. Of course he would. Now he has 150% true to wield, still has 6 times cap, as before. And if anyone looks at the wiki in the future and starts asking, they changed the wording on 6 times cap to make it seem like he has like a 200% cap or something, because on the JB side the 6 times cap is starting to have a different change to it with the new lightning. So don't fret, he still has 6 times cap in the older terminology, I guess. He has bolting strike frames on his Ray Shift, which is really important to know, by the way, because of what we know of this other stuff. His Brave Shift and Burst has 80% full break, which is okay, and is a decent mod, but I don't think you would use it because he doesn't have any Lone Burst damage buffs or anything like that, like in his passives. So Demon, Reaper, and Human Killers in both forms, that's pretty nice. And those were basically where the benefits are over. Yes, he does have some unique things, but I didn't, like, it's just not really worth it considering that. So we'll move to the cons. He doesn't have infinite turns on a unit that really would have liked infinite turns. This is definitely the unit that would have needed infinite turns, but he doesn't have it. So he's mostly stuck with Divine Ruination frames when he shifts back over. He has just Divine Ruination frames in 2020. This is not 2017 anymore. And Frenzy Destruction, just as I thought it would be, is a complete letdown. The only positive is that you can only single cast it, so at least it's not impossible to chain with, but it's a complete letdown. His attack boost only lasts for 1 turn, so it's just not that good, guys. I knew it wasn't going to be, because the Berserk alone already makes it bad, but the attack boost doesn't last long enough. Like, everybody's saying, like, oh, you'll probably get a good attack boost with it or something, but it only lasts for 1 turn, guys. If it lasts for 3 turns, that'd be great. It lasts for 1 turn. So, on top of that being Aurora Ray chaining, double yikes. So, I'm not saying it's impossible to chain with, I'm just saying it's kind of yikes to have that as his chaining ability for that move. So, Ambo's rotation down there is very simple. You want to maximize your damage while you're in your Brave Shift form, because remember, guys, you only have like 4 turns to go into that form, and then you gotta wait another 2 turns before you can go back. So you gotta maximize your damage. You can't be using Frenzy Destruction, I don't think, unless you use it on turn 1, because it just feels like a waste of time. With that being said, what score am I gonna give him? Obviously he's usable. Obviously he's a usable damage dealer. I'm not saying, oh my god, he's like the worst damage dealer of all time or something. He's usable. But there's a difference between usable and worth getting, because he's a strong damage dealer. And for that reason, I'm going to give him a 7 out of 10, the most average score I can give, as 7 is my baseline average score. So, there will be 2 keywords in this video. The first keyword will be hashtag Brave Shift. So the first keyword there is hashtag Brave Shift. If you watch this far in the video, make sure to type that in the comment section down below. And now let's move on to the more favorite of the pair, with Gremlord Sakura. And with that being said, yes, it seems weirdly stretched or something, but you're not really missing any text at the bottom. Really, the most important part's at the top. So she has infinite turns, which is really good. She has 250% TDH now, which is amazing. Some modifier increases for some older abilities, but it's not that interesting. In fact, you would really only be using them if you're just chaining with another. I don't even know if you would even use them anymore. Sure, they're higher modifiers, but like, just no. Maybe Soul Barrage though. Soul Barrage has a decent modifier now to it, and her normal form is much more support based. Now she has AoE Auto Revive. It does cost some of the first crystals, but you wouldn't be using her Lilith in her normal form anyways. She has AoE Elemental Resistance. She has multiples of that, I think. And she has Cure All Status, Attack, Magic, Defense, Spirit, Break, and also Resist Stop, but she does not have Resist Breaks, from what I saw anyways. And her Rave Shift does get Quad Cast. She does have Imbue, Fire, and Dark Element. So really you would only be using it for herself because she does get modifier boosts to her abilities when she does use that. But you could use it on someone else too, just forego the other stuff you just would single target Imbue. But she can triple cast that, I think. So that's nice. She has magical and physical attacks like Ace, stuff like that. You guys know how that is. And also she has Human Reaper and Demon Killers, which is really nice. Demon Killer the most important of those, but still nice. So also one of the most beneficial things that I saw that I was hoping that she was gonna have is she has some flat magic stats to offset the really just not so good TMR, but she needs that TMR because she gets benefits from equipping a fire and dark weapon and all that kind of good stuff. So definitely want her TMR equipped. I just wish it was buffed, and I wish her S TMR was buffed, but it's not, unfortunately. So you're gonna have to find a way to get like the one of the big problems I'm seeing already, not seeing, but like one of the big problems I'm gonna see is just like Ibarra, she does not have a lot of TDH. Remember guys that the cap is 400% now, not 300. So in a perfect world, if this was a perfect world and the 300% TDH cap was still here, the 250% would not be bad at all, because then you just use your S TMR and you get 300%. But unfortunately, this is not 2019 anymore. This is 2020. The cap is 400%. So even if you equip her S TMR, she only has 300. Now you need another 100, so that wastes another slot. They could be putting killers on or something like that. So the same thing with Ibarra. It's kind of hard to equip killers on her besides her passive ones. And yes, she does have in-game buffs to killers, a lot by the way. That maybe I don't know, is there better sources of her killers? But yeah, they could be spread around with Masterminds on, but I feel like there's probably better. But there's 3 of them there, so that also is quite good. And I feel like I wish that her STMR was 100%, or yeah, I wish her STMR was 100% TDH, because that would have been so much better, honestly. Then you would only had to quit 50. So it is what it is. I guess it would have been the same thing anyways. I wish that she had 300% TDH passively, and I wish that her STMR gave 100, so that you'd only have to use one slot. And then you could use the other for killers or maximizing your magic, stuff like that. But killers mean a lot, guys. That's why I'm always emphasizing this. That's why I'm making such a big deal about it, because killers mean a lot. This is not the early days where you just, oh my god, my magic is capped, I'm good. No, that's not good anymore, guys. Your blue colored, max magic is just whatever at this point. You need killers to do lots of damage, or else you're not going to be doing a lot of damage. You'll do damage, but just not a lot. So there are some cons. Our normal form Lilith is still unchanged from everybody back in the day who knows about our Lilith, where she gets a 300% magic bonus, but it only stays for that one action. It doesn't stay for very long. So they didn't fix it, and it's not worth it, because you'd rather use her Lilith crystals for her AoE auto revive if you're using her for that. And her Brave Shift Soul Barrage is still, like, why did it start with a low mod? I get that, yes, it gets mod buffs, and yes, that's good, but why did it start with something so low? It didn't need to start that low. It's not like it's her other Soul Barrage. It's a completely new Soul Barrage in a race shift form, and they started as a 3.5 times mod. And yes, it does, I think, does do Spirit Ignore, but 3.5 times mod to start? I mean, why couldn't it have been at least like 15? Something along those lines, because she can only use it with herself. She can't chain with anyone else. So that's it. And she also she's really great as a support, give or take, if you want Imbuer and all those things that I mentioned. And she's also really good as a DPS. I'm sure she'll be really good with an Ibarra, which I've seen already people talking about. So she's really good with a Ibarra. She's really good with a dupe, of course. Everybody's always good with a dupe. But I think it's kind of awkward to make her do both. Like I don't know. It feels kind of weird to try to make her be a DPS but also be a support at the same time, because it feels like your damage is not going to be that high anymore. This is not 2018, 2019, whatever era you want to talk about. That the game was a lot slower, and you could do those kind of things. Now you want to do a lot of damage because there's a lot of missions out there that require you to beat a trial in a certain number of turns. Like Demon Chimera that I just beat recently requires you to beat the trial in 15 turns, or else you don't get one of the missions. And maybe some of you guys don't care about doing all the missions in one go, but I do. I always try to do the missions in one go, so if I don't, then I don't record it and I don't publish it. So what do I give her? I think I'm going to give her an 8.5 out of 10. That's the same as Ibarra and my other score. So yeah, she's really amazing. Some of her modifiers are a little low, but it's okay. It offsets because she's more of a support. I would say she's more of a support DPS. I would not consider her like a mainline strong, top of the charts DPS. I would say it's fair that some of her modifiers are not as high because she's more of a support DPS, and usually support DPS are not that high of damage dealers. Like Selfie, for example, she was a support DPS. Yes, she has some decent modifiers, but she was not top of the charts. So with that being said, guys, if you watch all the way to the end of this video, there was already one keyword which I will not say this time. And if you watch the end of this video, this part, the next keyword is hashtag Sakura. Hashtag Sakura. So there was 2 keywords in this video. If you watch all the way through to this video, then you should have 2. So please go ahead and type those down below in the comment section. Thank you guys for watching. If you watched all the way, oh yeah, I already said that. Whoops. It's early in the morning, guys. And there will be 2 videos that will pop up. Hope you guys will enjoy those. Just as you may have enjoyed this video, and if you did, please give it a like. And make sure to, if you want to explore more of my channel, make sure to subscribe, hit that notification bell, and there's those 2 videos on the side of the screen that will show up in a little bit that you may also enjoy. Anyways, guys, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.